Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome back again to Maali Gate International School DL program. This is Mr. Ahmed Al Abbasi wishing you a nice day, inshallah. Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to study together, inshallah, chapter 12, and that's one of the easiest and the most important chapters that you're going to study in this book. Okay, so number one, before we start, I need to make a sound check. If you have any problem, if you can't hear clearly, just raise your hand. Thank you. That means everything is okay. No hands up, and that's good. So don't forget, please, again, to check that your mics are muted. I muted them from here, but you must make sure that they are muted and your cameras are muted. Now, you must open your books, chapter 12, 12.1. But before we go, I just need to remind you that this lesson is not just for exams. It's not for your teacher, not for homework, not for anything. It's for your life, for your language, for your writing, for your career, and so on. Just keep all the information that you study in this chapter, please keep it in your mind forever. How you do this? It's a simple trick. Just tell your mind that you need these pieces of information, you need this information for life. And believe me, your mind will keep them for life. I tried this before, so just try to do it. When you get a piece of information here, just try to think, yes, I need this for my life, for my language, not just for the exams. Okay, ready to start? I think you're ready. Now, 12.1, and before we go, I have to give you a hint about this chapter. It talks about capitalization and spelling. Spelling rules, we covered most of them in our spelling course together, and we'll cover the rest of them soon, inshallah. But today, our main focus is going to be for capitalization. For capitalization, I used to have that trick. It's a group of letters to remind me what shall be capitalized and what just I don't care for. So remember these words. In general, the words that you need to capitalize are like this. Who says no to Mentos? Okay, so mints. You like the mint, okay? So remember mints. The M stands for, let me just get it in a white space like this. Yeah, that's good. So the M here stands for the month. Okay? Any month, not just the month, the day, the year, the holidays, the names of any famous thing related to time, anything related to the calendar. You got it? So the M stands for month, and month is related to any time item, any calendar item. And I here reminds you all the time, please remember this, because I can't believe that in grade 7, sometimes you do this mistake. Pronoun I, the pronoun I must be capitalized. So the I here reminds you with the pronoun. Okay? The I means the I pronoun when you speak about yourself, you must capitalize it. The N stands for names. All the names must be capitalized. The names of people, the names of places, the names of companies or business firms, the names of famous things around you, names, proper nouns, must be capitalized. The T stands for titles. The T stands for titles. What? Titles? What are the titles? Titles are the names of books, articles, magazines, movies, poems, stories, songs, the titles. Okay? The S here stands for the start of your sentence. So if you start any sentence, any question, any imperative statement, anything, the first letter must be capitalized. Again, the S stands for any letter in the beginning of anything must be capitalized. You got it? That was a simple trick that I learned long time ago, but I told my mind, you need it for life. I just remember it right now. Because I told my mind that I need it for life, I just remember it right now. So mints, the M for month or any time item, I, the pronoun I, and the O. Last time to see your camera, okay? You or any other one. The next camera will be kicked out. Be careful. So the I stands for the I pronoun, the N for any name, the T for titles, and the S for start, the start of any statement. I hope you write this because I will remove it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and thank you. Back again, we have 12.1. Thanks to Allah, this book is so easy. So we have all the points in steps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 points for this lesson. Number 1, we can say that all the names of specific people and animals must be capitalized. All the names. All the names, all the first letters of the names, even if you have them with initials like this. J.K. Rowling. J for Jack, K for Caddy, whatever, okay? Or Keith Rowling. Any name starts with K. So the J for a name you must capitalize, even its initial, one letter, you must capitalize it. The K you must capitalize it. The R for Rowling you must capitalize it. Okay? Okay. So the names of people and animals capitalized. Number 2, that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can number them to organize your memory. Number 2, languages and nationalities. So that means the country, if you have a name of a country or anything related to this country. Canada or Canadian, France or French, America or American, Mexican, Spanish, and so on. Any nationality or anything related to any country or any language, even the old languages like Latin or so on. Number 3, religions or religious writings or holy books. Okay, I don't know why they're not writing Islam within them, but okay, any religion must be capitalized. And any holy book like Quran or Bible or Torah or any other holy book that they think about. Okay, actually we have 4 books, 4 holy books, okay? So number 4, the point number 4, cities, states, regions, countries, and continents. Okay, let's think about places like this. Let's get it from out, from space. Planet Earth. Earth must be capitalized. Okay, when you go smaller a little bit, any continent must be capitalized. Smaller, any country must be capitalized. Before we go to the country, any region like the Middle East must be capitalized. Okay. Any country, any region, any city must be capitalized. You see, we're going from the big one, the Earth, the planet, till cities. Smaller than cities? Yes, smaller than cities. We can take the streets, as we can see in point 6. We can take smaller than the city, like the neighborhood or the avenue. Neighborhood, like the green neighborhood, we can say the green avenue. Okay, so the city, smaller than the city, the neighborhood or the avenue, the name of the highway. Highway is a big road that you can drive through, or you can take between cities. You can drive between cities. Even the roads, the streets, so names of places from the size of planet till the street, they must be capitalized. So like Africa, Athens, Greece, China, Hawaii, the Northwest, Europe, Antarctica, and so on. Any continent, any famous place. Number 5, we can see we must capitalize the bodies of water. Now some geography, please. Those people who like Atlas and all about planet Earth. The name of oceans, the name of rivers, the name of seas, the name of mountains, the name of Saharas. You understand that? All the names of geographical features or geographical places must be capitalized. Now, what we're going to miss here? Back again. So, point 5, we said in geographical feature, like mountains, lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, and so on. Like Grand Canyon, it's a valley in America. Okay. Nile River, Rocky Mountains, Blue Lake. And you can see Blue Lake is together. You say lake is not famous, it's a normal noun, it's a common noun, and so no. Blue Lake is one unit, one proper noun together. Nile River is one proper noun together. Rocky Mountains together, they must be capitalized. But mountain alone is not capitalized. Rocky Mountains, now they are famous. You got me? I hope you got this. So number 6 we covered before when we said about the name of streets. And Mariam Hani, we're gonna miss you. So guys, you have to make sure that you mute your cameras. I think it's so easy. I don't have to kick anyone out of the session. I don't like this. Just please stick to the rules, mute your cameras, and let us enjoy the session. Back again. Number 6, names of streets and highways. Number 7, celestial bodies. Things related to the sky and the stars and planets and so on, like Mars, Jupiter, Big Dipper. The Big Dipper, for those who like celestial studies or things related to the sky, it's a constellation of the stars. Okay? It looks like a ladder in the sky. When it's so clear, you can see a group of stars together having the shape of a ladder. The ladder that you just use to put the soap in the bowl. So back again, the Big Dipper, it's a famous name for constellation, star constellation. Milky Way, it's the name of the galaxy that we're living in and so on. So anything related to space and sky that is unique, you must capitalize. Number 8, titles. As we said in mints, the titles, the name of books, the name, no, not this one, I'm sorry. That will be the next session. Here, the titles of people, like President Lincoln. President Lincoln. Lincoln is a famous president. All the Americans like, because it's American book, by the way. So you can see this name of this president a lot, actually, in most of the sessions, in most of the lessons. So President Lincoln, the title here, president, must be capitalized. General Patton. General is a rank. It's a title, must be capitalized. So any title or a rank or a family relation before the name must be capitalized. Like Uncle Ted. If you say uncle alone, it's not capitalized, but Uncle Ted, now you must capitalize it because it comes before a name. Okay, Judge Catherine, or Catherine here, you must capitalize the J for judge because it's a title before Catherine. Captain America. This character or this movie star or this superhero, Captain America, the C must be capitalized and the A must be capitalized too. So any title or family relationship must be capitalized before the person's name. If it comes alone, without capitalization, but if it comes with the person's name, you must capitalize it. Proper adjectives. What are the proper adjectives? Proper adjectives are they come from the proper nouns. If you say Britain or England, anything British or English must be capitalized. Like the British, the Asian comes from Asia. Shakespearean comes from Shakespeare. Persian comes from Persia, so on. So you need to capitalize the proper adjectives coming from the name of a proper noun. Shakespearean plays coming from Shakespeare is a proper noun. So Shakespearean plays, Shakespearean here is an adjective that comes from the noun Shakespeare. So it's a proper adjective. So now we got 9 points for capitalization. I hope you understand them very well. To make sure, I need to see your hands up if you have any question. We studied 9 points. If you still have any question about them, you can put your hands up. Any question? No one? Miriam, nice to see you. You can speak now.
What about the sciences?
The what?
Like biology, chemistry, astronomy. Do we capitalize the beginning?
If they come in the first word in the sentence, you must capitalize them. Okay?
Okay.
But if you find them or write them in the middle of the sentence, there is no need. You don't capitalize them. Yeah, you'll take me to this point right now. Thank you for this question, by the way. If we speak about subjects, okay, like science, math, English, French, all the subjects, the school subjects that we study, will we capitalize them or not? Okay, so we will not capitalize them. For school subjects, we only capitalize the languages. Like English, what language do we study? We study English, we study French, and sometimes some of you study Urdu, and of course you study Arabic. So these 4 languages we study at school, you must capitalize them. If you write any sentence with these subjects, including languages, you must capitalize the language. What about math and science and social and biology and so on? No, we don't capitalize them. Okay, we don't capitalize them. We have one thing also to capitalize, the name of the course. Okay, Mr. Ashraf teaches us biology 3. Now, biology 3 is not a subject, it's the name of the course. You got me? So we capitalize the name of the course. Mr. Ahmed teaches us capitalization and spelling. It's not a subject. It's a name of a session in the book. You must, or a course, you must capitalize it. Checkpoint, it's a name of a course, you must capitalize it. Grammar for writing, you must capitalize it. Perfect spelling, it's the name of the book or the name of a course, you must capitalize it, and so on. So for school subjects, we only capitalize the name of languages and the name of courses, the course itself. You got it? So if you say history, no, don't capitalize it. If you say history 1 or 2 or 3, you must capitalize it because it's a specific course right now. I hope you got it. Now, since you don't have any other question regarding this lesson 12.1, let's check your understanding. And that means we're going to take exercise 1 for 12.1, and also that means I need some hands up. Exercise 1. You need to read the sentence and capitalize the letters that you need to capitalize. The first hand will be for Isra Al-Asili. You can take it.
Port Huron is the easternmost point on land in the state of
Yeah, you can hear us, Isra. Again, Port Huron is the easternmost point on land in the state of Michigan. So
the first P will be capitalized.
yes, that's right.
And E of Eastern
The E for Eastern. And what else?
And the M.
The M for what? For Michigan?
The M. Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think you almost got it, but you just had some issues because I think we will capitalize. Before we say what will be capitalized, capitalization simple is to underline the letter that you need to capitalize 3 times. And you can find this in the last page in your book, the back cover, that you find the proofreading symbols. To capitalize, you have to underline the letter 3 times. So we need to capitalize here. We need to capitalize the B for port and the H for heron and the M for Michigan, but not the E for easternmost. And that takes us to the point of directions. When we need to capitalize directions and when we don't need to capitalize them. Okay, if you use the directions in general, like when you say, I'm moving to the west. I'm moving west. I'm moving west. Which way in the west? Which place in west? We didn't know, so don't capitalize it. Okay? But if you say, the north of my family, of my country, is so famous for catching fish or for seafood. Now, the north of my family is a specific place, so you must capitalize it. So again, if directions tell about specific place, you must capitalize them. If they tell about a general direction, don't capitalize them. Okay, that's for number 1. I hope you got it. Number 2 is going to be taken by Dia. Dia, you can take number 2.
Number 2. The New England area includes Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island,
Massachusetts.
and Rhode Island and Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, that's right. What will be capitalized here?
Vermont.
What?
Vermont.
Vermont.
Yes.
Okay,
And
the V for Vermont.
And R for Rhode Island.
And the R for Rhode Island. That's
Yes.
good. Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you, Dia.
No.
Just stay with us. So let's take it from the beginning. When you capitalize or check your capitalization, you must get it from the beginning. New England, that must be capitalized. The N for new, the E for England, okay, includes Maine and new. Here, the N for new must be capitalized. Hampshire, okay, that's the name of a city. Like New Zealand, you know, the New Zealand, that's the name of a country. New York, a name of a city, and so on. Some cities and some countries start with the word new. The N here is one of them. You must capitalize the N for new. The V for Vermont, as you said. The M for Massachusetts is okay. The R, you said it, and that's it. So you capitalize the M for new, the E for England, the N for new, V for Vermont, and R for road. Thank you very much, Dia. Thank you for this. And the next one, number 3, is going to be taken by Yasmin Nasser. Number 3 is yours.
Okay. The Presbyterian minister gave an hour-long sermon. So we will capitalize the P.
Excellent.
And in minister we will capitalize the M.
Why? Why we capitalize the M? Okay,
Because this is the
it's a title.
like yes, like
It's a title.
president, like that. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for that. So we will only capitalize the P, but minister will not be capitalized.
Why?
It's a title. Yes, it's a title, okay, but it doesn't have a name after it. Like president, when you said president, President Lincoln. So you have a name after the title. Uncle Sam, you have Sam after uncle, so you capitalize uncle. So for the title, as I said, president alone, it's not going to be capitalized. But President Samuel, for example, will be capitalized because the title must be capitalized when it comes before a name. And here, minister doesn't have a name.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
You're welcome. You got it?
Yes, Mr.
Thank you for answer. And that's
You're welcome.
now. Let's say that the rest of the exercises for 12.1 will be homework. Okay, I hope you got this now. For boys and girls, the rest of the exercises on 12.1 will be homework. Now, all your hands down. All your hands down, please. Put your hands down, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still, please. Danish, thank you. Now, before we move and just go to 12.2, if you still have any question about 12.1, you need to raise your hand. Any question about 12.1? Okay, nobody, thank you. Now we move to 12.2. And don't forget all the exercises. Exercise 1, exercise 2 will be homework. And now, what about 12.2? It's the same, talking about capitalization. But here we have specific points. Quotations and titles. For quotations, it means we have speech marks. I think it's easy. No problem with this. Okay, but if you have one quotation, that means you must start the first letter inside this quotation with a capital letter. If this quotation gives you a complete idea, you must capitalize the first letter. Okay, like this example that we have here. Will the picnic be tomorrow? That's a question. It's complete meaning, complete question. Between speech marks, the first letter must be capitalized. You got it? Okay. Number 2, if this quotation is interrupted. If this quotation is interrupted. Now we have 2 cases of interruption. We have 2 cases of interruption. The first one, like this. It's an interruption. Okay, it is an interruption that has one full stop in the middle. You can see that? Let's all agree that one full stop or one period means one capital letter. Each full stop makes you capitalize one letter. Now look at this oval shape that we have here. No, said Lizzie firmly, we have no way to get there. How many full stops that we have? How many periods do we have? We have 2. One in the middle and one at the end. So the one in the middle, no, said Lizzie firmly. That means we have one quotation. For no, you must capitalize the N. After that, we have another separated quotation. This quotation is not connected to the first one. Maybe it's connected with the meaning, but grammatically, it's not connected because the first part, the first quotation ended with the full stop. So after the full stop, we must capitalize we. So here in the beginning of the second quotation, we must capitalize we. I hope you got it. Back again to the second type, or point 3 that we have here. For point 3 that we have 2 quotations. They are interrupted. They are interrupted. But still, we have one full stop at the end. That means we need to capitalize one letter only. So it will be the one in the beginning. Interruption means something comes in the middle, like pleaded Jenny. You can remove it, no problem. Still, the quotations will be connected, but we will capitalize the first one. Like, please, we've already bought the food. It's one statement, but interrupted in the middle with pleaded Jenny, with 2 commas. As you can see, we only have here 2 commas. These commas are so weak to make you start with a capital letter in the second quotation. So in a simple way, we finished all the quotations now. In a simple way, if you have speech marks, you have to look at the sentence. If you have one quotation, you must capitalize the first letter in this quotation. If you have 2 quotations, you have to decide, and you have to follow the rule. 1 full stop, 1 capital letter. 2 full stops, 2 capital letters. I hope you got it. And we're going to check your understanding at the end of this page, inshallah. Now, the second point for this lesson is about titles. What are the titles? As we said in letter T in the beginning for men's. Titles means if you have the title of a book, the title of a letter, the title of an article, the title of a magazine, the title of a story, a poem, a song, a title, the name of anything, like as we said, the book, song, stories, poems, paintings, newspapers, articles, and so on. Look at this. We have some rules for capitalizing titles too. Let's say it in general. For the title, we capitalize the main words, like the nouns, the pronouns, the adjectives, verbs, adverbs, and so on. Like this example here that we have in number 1. We have Sweet Music Played Softly. That's a name of an album. Okay, so the first letters in all the words must be capitalized. That's the title. We Lost. That's the name of a title, must be capitalized. But for rule 2, we have some prepositions. The basic rule here says that prepositions are not capitalized. Prepositions and articles and conjunctions like and or but or and so on, they are not capitalized. But if this preposition comes in a verb phrase, it must be capitalized. Now it's a part of a verb. It's connected to something strong like a verb to make it capitalized, like backing up, waking up, going down, fitting in. All these verb phrases must be capitalized, even the preposition. Yes, even the preposition must be capitalized here. Because in rule 4, as you can see, in rule 4, cat in the hat. Here, the article there is not capitalized. The preposition in is not capitalized. Sorry. Here, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, and is a conjunction here, we don't capitalize it. The is an article, we don't capitalize it. Okay? A bad day. A is an article here, we capitalize it. Why? Why A? Why A is a special? No, it's not a special. It came in a special place. Any article, any preposition must not be capitalized unless it comes in the beginning. Anything, any letter, any word, anything, any part of a speech comes in the beginning of any statement, we have nothing to do but to capitalize it. Okay, back to point 3. If you have a compound noun, a compound word, not just a noun, a compound word, that means a word with a hyphen between 2 words and a hyphen between them to make a compound word, like cross-reference tools, like test-taking strategies, and so on, like many other compound words. You must capitalize both the parts, the 2 parts of the word. So let's wrap up all about the titles again. We have 4 points to say about the titles. We capitalize all the main words in the title. And even if we have a compound noun or a compound word, we capitalize both parts of the compound word. We capitalize we don't capitalize prepositions and articles unless they are connected to a verb phrase or in the beginning of the statement. And that's all about 12.2. Any problem? So now it's time to check your understanding. Please, if you have any question about 12.2, just raise your hand. Abdurrahman, you can speak.
Mister,
Yes.
Mister, can you explain the first point again?
About quotation?
No, about the first point after capitalize all nouns and pronouns, adjectives.
About titles. So we explained about quotations and about titles. You want the first point in titles?
Yes.
Yes, it's the easiest one. Stay with me. Capitalize all the main words in the title, except prepositions and articles. You may need to think about them. Are they connected to a verb phrase or not? Are they in the beginning or not?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you have a question, I can see, and you can speak.
Mister, I didn't understand question. I didn't understand the number 3.
Okay.
After capital first at the last word.
Quotation 3.
Yes.
Okay, stay with me. For quotation 3, you can see here, please, pleaded Jenny, we've already bought the food. You can see it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me how many full stops do you have?
4 full stops in the sentence. All in please, pleaded Jenny.
In the whole sentence, please, pleaded Jenny, we've already bought the food.
4 full stops. No, 2. Sorry.
Okay.
2.
Now you need to maximize the paper a little bit, make it bigger to see, and count again how many full stops. The period, the full stop.
Yeah. 1 at the last
One.
of the sentence.
Yes, just
Yes.
one at the end. So if you have 1 full stop, that means you need to capitalize 1 letter only. Which one? The first one, please, or the second one for the second quotation?
Mm,
If we're going to
Second.
capitalize 1 letter, it must be the first one.
Yes.
Okay, so we have only 1 option, so it must go to the first one.
Mm.
First to come, first to be served. That's it.
Okay. Thanks.
You understand me now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, just to remind you, we have less than 1 minute. If this meeting ends suddenly, and it will do, you have to go and connect again, okay? So, any other question regarding 12.2? When we come back again, we will start answering. Come back